Welcome into Seattle Seahawks today, fresh off a massive win for Seattle as they keep their still kind of slim playoff hopes alive and also get some respect as they take down San Francisco, as it's just not going very well for the Niners against Seattle historically. 30-20 in an admittedly fairly sloppy football game. The Seahawks get a game that they had to have if they were going to make a miracle December/January run at the playoffs. After all, Pete Carroll did say they were trying to win now, and they left no stone unturned, no trick left in their bag. I mean, the Travis Homer fake punt, awesome touchdown run kind of set the tone for Seattle in this game. It is a big win. It is a big win for Seattle. It keeps them alive and in the mix for the playoffs. So what is your one-word reaction? One word to describe how you're feeling about the Seahawks win. I said massive, I think maybe 2 or 3 times. That's a good one there. Essential could be a good one. Let me know what you have to say in the comments section. Seattle won this game despite 3 turnovers of their own. Their passing numbers not very good at 4 sacks for 50 yards. I think one was it was the weird one. You guys know what I'm talking about. Brought those numbers down pretty substantially. The rushing attack was inflated by the Travis Homer 73-yard fake punt. But their defense stepped up. Rushing yards, they allow a meager 71. The Niners were running all over everybody entering this game, and Seattle shut them down. The Seahawks were just 3 of 10, or the Niners were, I should say, on third downs. The defense really stepped up in this one. 3 massive takeaways, and frankly, had it not been for Gerald Everett, who we will get to later on in today's show, Seattle might have won this game by 14 or 21 points. Gerald Everett single-handedly kept the Niners alive in the game. So I want you to grade the Seahawks for me in Week 13. A, B, C, D, or F. What grade are you giving them? Outside of Gerald Everett, it's an A for me. This is the pinned comment on today's video. So if you get the ad break here on YouTube, head down to the comments and let me know how you grade Seattle in their Week 13 win. Good news, bad news situation. The good news, Seattle won. Bad news, Jamal Adams is hurt again. He suffered a sprained shoulder in that game. He left the game, did not return, was back on the sideline later on in street clothes. Pete Carroll did say post-game this was the same shoulder he had off-season surgery on. Not the phrase you want to hear if you're Seattle or a Seahawks fan. I don't know how long, if at all, Adams will be out. We know how competitive he is, but he might miss some time. If he does, Ryan Neal gets the call to step up at safety for Seattle. So what is your panic level right now over the Jamal Adams injury? Rate this for me on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being you're just absolutely freaking out. 1 being you're not freaking out. 10 being you're freaking out. I did a terrible job of explaining that. 1, no concern. 10, immensely high concern. Get those votes in the comment section right now. The other big injury note, Brandon Shell left the game with a shoulder injury. Stone Forsythe stepped up at right tackle. I don't have, as I sit here filming this, a true in-depth update on Brandon Shell. I'm sure we'll get some later on in the week, but that is going to be one to monitor for Seattle. Russell Wilson, he played pretty solidly, 30 of 37, 231. The average not very high. It does say 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. That really should have been 3 touchdowns, 0 INTs, because remember, Russell Wilson hit Gerald Everett square in the hands. That was going to be a touchdown. Everett managed to drop it, kick it up in the air, and it led to a Niners interception. And Everett, by the way, and I don't want to body him too much, but I have to, this was maybe the worst individual skill performance player I've ever really seen. Like, he was a disaster. He had 4 receptions in the game. He caught 7 yards total, all right? He fumbled 2 times, lost them both, and an interception. All 3 Seattle turnovers were solely because of Gerald Everett. I've never seen before out of a tight end in my life. He was a disaster in this game, and he's lucky Seattle won, or everyone would be even more mad at Everett for the results. DK Metcalf was okay, not great in this one. 8 targets, 5 catches, 60 yards. I still would like to use him in his big body more in the red zone, but it's not the end of the world. In an unusual twist, Seattle got both Metcalf and Lockett kind of involved. That's been an issue in the past of finding ways to get both guys going in the same game. Lockett, 8 targets, 7 catches, 68 yards, and a touchdown. He did briefly leave the game with an injury, but he came back in, so nothing to be concerned about that one for Lockett moving forward. Now, we've got Seahawks hoodies still on sale for you guys for up to 60% off. Check the comment section and the description as well. That's where you can find that link. It's chatsports.com/Seahawks hoodie. From hoodies, sweaters, quarter zips, a pretty wide variety of items there for you guys. So check them out, chatsports.com/Seahawks hoodie. A perfect gift this holiday season. To the NFC West standings. Now, you're not going to win the division. That race done been run. Not going to happen. But because you beat the Niners, Seattle on the outside looking in has an outside chance at making a run at the playoffs. Now, they pretty much have to win out, which I don't think is going to be the most likely outcome for Seattle, especially because, in theory, the Washington football team and the Eagles will kind of maybe beat up on each other. The Seahawks have 2 really tough games left on the schedule. At the Rams, December 19th, at Arizona to end the year, but maybe Arizona's going to clinch the playoff spot. Maybe they've clinched the number 1 seed by then. Maybe the Rams can do their bit of issues. Texans, Bears, Lions. I'm saying there's a chance. I would not consider it likely. I would not bet on it. But if Seattle can take down the Rams on December 19th at 3:25 p.m. slot time right now, they have an outside chance of being able to make that miracle playoff run in December and in January. So what do you think is that chance that the Seahawks make the playoffs this season? Is it 2, 3, 4, 5, 10? I can't go any higher than that, but I do want to hear from you guys right now in the comments section. Adrian Peterson made his debut as a Seattle Seahawk, and he scored and didn't do a whole lot great beyond that. A couple of nice pile pushes. 11 carries, 16 yards. Rashad Penny was far better than him in that running back role, and he also had 27 yards through the air. Penny, there you go. Peterson was like kind of the lead back early, and then I think they went away from him a little bit. I don't think he should be the leading ball carrier for this team. I know there are injury stuff with Rashad Penny, etc. He just doesn't have the juice anymore. I'm sorry. So do you want Adrian Peterson? Do you like him being the lead back or at least close to it? Y for yes, N for no. I vote no, but I do want to hear from you guys, of course, in the comments section. More Week 13 recap notes. Here's some players that stood out. How about Bobby Wagner? A key interception, 9 tackles. He continues to be a premier linebacker in the NFL. One of the best ones, full stop from that perspective. He's an awesome football player. There were several others I want to shout out. But first, I want to make sure you guys are subscribed. We will have videos pretty much every single day on the Seattle Seahawks. And if you're a fan of the good times and the bad, this is the right spot because we've always got coverage for you guys. So if you haven't already, hit that big red button and sub today. It's Carlos Dunlap now. They played him more, and good things happen. I take full credit for that. A tackle, a sack. He stepped up a lot down the stretch in that game. He was consistently making plays for Seattle. I was very impressed, but the stat sheet isn't even indicative of how good I thought he played. Get him out there, give him more reps, and good things tend to happen. Travis Homer, by the way, now it says 3 carries, 80 yards. Remember that all but one of those was the 73-yard fake punt, which was just the tone setter for Seattle in this game. He chipped in, by the way, 4 catches, 10 yards, and also had a fumble recovery on special teams as well. This was the Travis Homer special teams superstar type of game. Quandre Diggs, I want to shout out him as well, thanks to his interception. That was also a big deal in terms of finishing out this game. The Niners had a bit of a tricky time moving the ball efficiently through the air. 2 bad interceptions by Garoppolo really helped contribute to Seattle's absolutely massive win in Week 13.